Listen up, you blundering fools. It's time for the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. Get all the toy talk your evil hearts could desire from these nincompoops. Jason, Corey, Elgin, and Spoody.
Yo, Joe, and welcome to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast, where a punk rock band of brothers get together to talk about one of our shared loves, piling up toys.
It's going to be fine.
We're here to celebrate how these little colorful pieces of plastic can fall all over the room and knock everything over.
Anxiety.
It is bad.
It's going to go that way.
Spoody's getting more sweaty than normal, which is really weird.
If this is your first time listening to us or watching us on YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. You'll learn soon enough that we are not toy experts. We like to stack things up. That's what we're really, really good at. We're engineers, really. No?
Yep.
But we're also going to
Tetris.
get a lot of the details wrong.
Was that the right song for
I thought
Tetris?
that was a Christmas song. It is a Tetris song, but it wasn't like the theme.
How does it go?
Yeah, like the one thing. I don't know, it plays in my head every time I'm doing anything.
Well, all right, let's introduce the band, your fellow podcast co-hosts. On lead vocals and rhythm guitar, he's our stacking hero, Corey Canny.
Hey, what's up? I'm Spoody.
No. I said Corey Canny.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
Those boxes a little bit earlier.
Yes, they
They
were.
were, yeah.
My blood pressure.
That's
True. On vocals and lead guitar, and a true master of the universe, the quiet one, Elgin Arney.
What's down,
Australia.
This fucking,
mate?
this fucking show.
I high-fived me.
Self high five.
Don't worry
Next
about
up on the bass guitar, he's more than meets the eye. He's our Transformers guy. It is the real Spoody.
It is.
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
And on drums, it's me. I'm Jason. I'm here to share my love of Transformers and all things awesome like these guys. And like BBTS. What's that stand for, Elgin?
Big, bad
it.
toy store.
That's right. And the next time you want to visit BBTS, the Big Bad Toy Store, use our affiliate link, bbts.cracktasticplastic.com, and it'll take you to the same Big Bad Toy Store you know and love.
Big.
And doing it that way helps them know that we sent you there. So edit those bookmarks to bbts.cracktasticplastic.com. Today.
Did you say corn cob?
No, why would I say that?
I don't know.
But
That's
what
why I asked if you said it.
Today, though, we're diving into a unique and controversial topic that has taken the toy industry by storm. Windowless packaging of toys. Over the years, toy manufacturers have employed a variety of packaging strategies, but the decision to move away from traditional windowed boxes has sparked both fascination and debate. We'll explore the pros and cons of windowless packaging and how it has reshaped the way consumers interact with toys before purchase. We're also, plastic-free, windowless packaging. Speaking of purchasing toys, though, we're going to visit a toy store that was recommended to us from a YouTuber. I was going to say so. He commented on a YouTube
One
video.
of those YouTube sluts.
Yes, one of those guys. And so we're going to talk about their favorite toy store from their area. You can follow us on Twitter at Cracktastic Pod and on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Patreon, all at Cracktastic Plastic. But those links can be found on our website, cracktasticplastic.com. And
Isn't Twitter something else now?
Oh, it's X.
What?
It's called X now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because
No, everyone's still calling it Twitter just to piss off Elon.
yeah,
Yeah.
because he owns SpaceX. So
Is it?
The icon changed today.
Yeah. And they're gonna send out X's instead of tweets.
How did I?
He just didn't. He was tired of birds. He didn't want birds anymore.
He lost the trademark or something for some logo or whatever.
But while you're surfing the interwebs, be sure to stop by our other toys sponsor, toyhacks.com, for all your repro label needs. Not X. They also have an armory where you can get some toy accurate 3D printed weaponry and tons of amazing sticker sets for your toys. We also have a monthly caption contest. Why don't you tell them about that, Corey?
Caption contest is monthly that we have. Why don't you tell them about that, Spooty?
This episode has so much dead air on it.
It does,
great.
yeah.
It's
And
great.
there's going to be a lot of edits. So I'm all right.
No.
Break. Hey,
No.
we have a catch and contest next every month.
That's why he doesn't talk.
Yeah, that's why I don't talk. We have a caption contest every month. We will post a photograph on the internet on our social medias, and you will make a funny comment underneath, which we will choose and give you $5.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah, so pay
But not
attention.
actually $5.
A $5 coupon. Coupon.
Fuck's sake, you guys.
So X.
All right, get your snapping fingers ready. So right
Jason
now,
doesn't say fuck on the show that much.
he
so.
doesn't. He doesn't.
Yeah.
But today you've driven me to it.
We make
So-
up for it.
We drove Jason to fuck. High five.
But right now, let's talk about what toys we've picked up lately in a segment we call Thrill of the Hunt.
Listen up, you fools! If anyone knows more about searching for the most unique items in the world, it's me, Cobra Commander. In my reign as Cobra's leader, I have acquired countless items, but those meddling Joes have foiled my attempt at worldwide domination over and over again. But it's the thrill of the hunt that fuels my superb rule of Cobra. Pay attention to my loyal subordinates as they tell you of their latest exploits and acquisitions. It's the thrill of the hunt, Cobra!
All right, let's get into it. Corey Canny, you got some stuff over there you want to show
No.
us? Okay, next
this.
we got... Oh,
This is because I stopped over at Jeremy's, and I always walk away from Jeremy's house with free
With his
or
trash.
broken shit. But check it out, because the blade, what's
It's
left
still-
of the blade still works, and it's hilarious.
How ma-
No, but for real though, like this is a dragonfly. You can pass it around if you want. It's
oh,
it's
the
it's
HasLab.
Yeah.
it's a shell. It's not 3 feet long like the HasLab one. It's a reasonable size for people who collect reasonable things.
Come on.
And
Jab.
it looks
Boy,
shitty.
Jeremy gave it away.
Yeah, well, it looks shitty, but all the important stuff is there. Like the clips that hold the rotor on are not broken off. So when I get a replacement rotor, it'll be not broken off. The rear wings there, the little baby wings on the back, are not all fucked up. And the little radar tip thing on the back is not bent. And then none of the fins on the back are bent. And it's got the engine covers and the chin gun and the wings and the cockpit seats. It doesn't have the canopy, but
You're building a dragonfly.
I'm building a dragon. And the last one that I built for my brother as like a, I don't remember, birthday or Christmas or something. And so I was into that one total for I think about $70. So I'm gonna try and do this one cheaper. I think I can get into this one for less than 50. We'll see.
Good luck to
But
you.
so yeah, I'll have a complete dragonfly for less than 50, and people are trying to get like $200 out of them now, which is insane because
Did they go up or down since HasLab?
up. Well, no, they didn't. People are trying to
Oh,
make
they're
them go
trying.
up, but nobody's paying it.
At every opportunity. Let's see
Yeah,
what we can...
yeah, and no one's paying it. Like no one
Good.
is paying.
Good. I love
So-
when they don't.
Anyway, yeah, it's all the important shit is there, and all of the stuff that I need to get is easy enough to get.
Cool, man.
So I'm pretty excited about that because I don't have a dragonfly in
Of
my
your own.
collection. I have the locust, which is this exact same cast, but it's in brown, and then I have the tigerfly
Yes, you
also.
do.
But I didn't have an original dragonfly yet, so I'm pretty excited to get that thing complete. And the rest of this
Cool.
shit is for the
Later.
for later.
Do you have the Wild Bill?
I do have 2 or 3 of them.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah,
Step 2 complete.
yeah.
Awesome. All right, Elgin, what do you got over there?
A bunch of turtles. A bunch of stinking turtles. I got the, well, first I'll talk about So a while back, Corey gave me the foot soldiers from Walmart.
What an asshole.
The
Oh, yeah.
4-pack that were... That's terrible. Of course, he kept the box.
Yeah,
so
I
they were
only
just
wanted the
far.
box. Like I bought this thing, and I was like, I'm only displaying it. I'm never going to take the toys out. I only
Yeah.
want the box. So I just like gave Elgin the insert that had all this stuff in it.
So I did a video on it of me taking all the stuff and looking at it. So they're just differently colored foot soldiers. There's this color, pink, gray.
We'll say pink.
Magenta.
Yes. There's this one that's gray.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Monochrome. That's your palette.
Yep. There's this
Should have
blue.
told him it was like yellow.
That's actually red.
There's this blue one, and then there's this orange one, ish.
Oh, they traded eye
Yeah,
colors.
there's decent articulation.
Yeah,
with
these are loyal subjects, BST, AX, and I think that means best action. But I'm not really
I
sure.
got this set. It was like new. This set was like $80.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
still for that. I just saw it at Walmart.
you
days,
did?
Yeah, a couple days
Yeah.
ago. It still retails for like $79.
Yeah,
which is
I got it on
ridiculous.
clearance for I think $18.
That's ridiculous.
Stupid.
And it's because like one corner of the bent on the back, or one corner of the box on the back side that you don't even see when
Sure.
it's displayed was a little bent.
So you had to get it
Yeah.
So I'm like $18. Yeah, I like Ninja Turtles, and it's like the Nintendo
for a
Yeah,
box.
like
it looks
the-
like a Nintendo cartridge.
Yeah, it's the
if it was
it's like the
Fu,
Nintendo
the
style
Kung Fu.
art, and it looks fantastic. And so yeah,
So these are all the accessories that came with it. There's a lot.
Jesus.
There's like
different hands.
So
and-
there's each figure has 4 extra hands. So they have 2, like a fist and then an open hand. So each of those have 4.
any fingering style you want.
And then there's guns. There's weapons. They're all in this bag because I don't really want to
Ninja guns.
Yeah, I don't know what they were. Some like stun gun or something. There wasn't any description of anything. It was just
There probably is on the box.
That's
yeah, probably.
a lot of hands.
So I was just like, well, there's this thing and there's this thing.
I'll
And,
send,
know
you,
what it
I'll send
is.
you some pictures of
Yeah.
the box. You can edit your video.
yeah, just
It's like a plunger gun.
yeah, I think so. That sounds
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, they're turtles. It's a sewer. They need plungers. I don't know. Anyway, there's a bunch of weapons and accessories, and Ethan really likes playing with these, and which is cool. So, and then I picked up the Mutant Mayhem, which is a new turtle movie that's coming out in August. All 4 of the turtles that came out. There's a bunch of other figures. There's a bunch of villains and Splinter and April O'Neil and all
So
that stuff,
cool.
and vehicles and everything. But I just got the core 4 figures just because that's I don't
Gotta
know.
stop
I just like
somewhere.
those. Yeah. They all came with a bunch of weapons, kind of weapons racks as well, kind of like the original ones. But they also came with little turtles. Each one had its own color of
its
turtle.
own little baby self.
little baby turtle.
Oh,
Just launch them at. Anyway,
cute.
I don't really need to do anything about. Okay.
Oh no.
But
Corey's gonna put them in his mouth.
yeah.
Yeah.
But there's the
Yeah,
the
yeah.
pre-mutagen ooze turtles. So pre-ooze turtles. So then I got Leo, and he comes with his swords and everything, his katanas, which you can put in his back, and he's the same colors but different head sculpts, and they're like a 4-inch, maybe 5-inch figure. Donatello comes with some glasses and headphones. But his be careful with his glasses; they do come off pretty easily. Corey.
They're great because they are all different sizes and shapes and colors.
Yeah, I like that they kept them kind of similar colors, but like they made them look like teens. Like they're supposed to be. It's supposed to be that age. And here's Mikey. His eyes are kind of wonky, but he's got his nunchucks. He can put all the weapons
his
on him.
wide,
Just
wide
like
head and
yeah. And then Raph is a little bigger, and he's got his size, and he's kind of angry all
He's
the
the
time.
angry
Yeah,
one.
because he's the. And they did on all the boxes. They were like, he's the comedian. He's the smart one. He's the leader. He's the.
Yeah, Mikey's definitely on an acid trip.
Yeah, he's a little. His eyes are a little off.
their descriptions aren't really great.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like I said, they come with weapons rack. Some of the weapons I've taken off because Ethan, when it wants to play with them, he's like, "Can you take off that weapon?" So I'm like, "Okay, I took off that one." Let me see what that one. That's the. I think that was Mikey's. No, this one's Mikey's because it came with a little microphone nunchuck, which is on the Rock and Roll
Yes.
Turtles that they did as kind of
Throwback.
which is kind of cool that they did that.
This one's got a split staff. I'm going to assume that's Donatello. But
Probably, yeah, that could be his. And then so those are like an orange color, and then there's 2 of them that are like a gray color. This one has the most gone because there was a couple of hook swords that Ethan wanted to play with, so I took them out.
Ooh,
And then he was like, I was like, "Hey, those look like the swords used on Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon." And he's like, "What's that?" And I had to show him a clip of what it was because he'd never heard of it.
and he wouldn't sit through the whole movie because it's boring as hell.
So I just showed him the fight scene with Michelle Yeoh and the other girl, and with her using the hook swords like that, and he was pretty impressed with that. But otherwise,
You shut your mouth. That movie's brilliant.
Yeah, it's just boring as fuck. It's one of the slowest movies I've ever watched.
and
that
then
doesn't equal boring.
I know.
It's
I
slow.
think each of them came with a piece of pizza as well as an accessory
Delicious.
in there. So yeah, just kind of a fun new figure, and I'm looking forward to the movie. Actually,
So
to
excited
watch
for
it.
the movie, man.
Hopefully, I take Ethan with me and
Trailer
go watch it.
looks so good.
But yeah, they just kind of fit with almost similar size of the vintage turtles, and so yeah, they're just, I don't know, it's fun and cool. So
Dang right.
Yay.
yay, toys. That's all I have.
Heroes in the half shell. They were on a mission. From the early. I could go on, but I think everyone else wants to talk now.
Oh, good. What do you think, Spooty? You keep going?
Why are these turtles wet?
And got the enemy wishing they stayed at home instead of fighting these ninja masters with move like lightning.
You're right. Let's move on. Spooty, what do you got over there?
I got things. I got this. It's a ground shaker, Micromaster base shell with some guns. I got like super cheap on the eBays.
I like his
Does he transform?
hidden yellow.
Into anything?
So it does open up.
He's trying, folks. He's pulling and tugging.
That's later.
I don't actually know the guy's
I'm gonna pull and tug right
his
now.
name, but he goes with the Erector Micromaster
Damn near killed her.
base gun thing. Wait, no, that's a different one. That goes with Ironworks.
Oh,
I did
It's the right colors,
Yeah.
almost like that.
So there's
Yay.
another one that's orange, that is the same mold. Yeah, and then there's
You're a good
like
puller and
other
tugger.
guns and crap that goes with that.
Ah,
Yep, throw that in there.
Just drop that anywhere.
Then I got this little
smacked it
Optimus
out of my
Prime,
what?
Beast Hunters.
But he's green.
Yeah.
He cares
There's like
about the
another name
environment.
too. That so the little wing things on the back is like a shield that you come off and you can hold. Pew, 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 pew.
That's cute.
I got in a box of
If you hadn't,
What line is that from, Josh?
Beast Hunters
Is that a line?
It's a Prime
Prime Beast
Oh.
Hunters.
Beast Hunters.
Yeah.
It's like the next part of the season of Prime.
Yeah,
They don't
watch
turn
it,
beastie.
They turn beastie.
yeah, it's
A little bit.
Hulk Prime. That's why he's green.
Nice.
Optimus Hulk.
I got
Whoa,
this,
whoa,
this,
watch where
this
you're
little
pointing.
cap gun, which I don't think actually worked. It might.
Well, it looks
Thing
pretty
moves,
loose.
doesn't it? That turns into a
Is it
robot.
Was this
Um,
Mars Attacks here? What's
It was in a bunch of like
We are your
robots that I
friends.
got. That I would
Do
show
not run
off,
away.
but
We come in peace.
without the main guy, the trailers is kind of dumb. So,
Gobots.
so then I got. So this was labeled as the reissue, but it's the Temu. Obviously, very much Temu. The fucking reflector. It's like it's right there. It's like, well, there's names all over.
I was distracted by all
it's
the
a
pretty
spy
colors.
glass viewfinder.
at work.
The original mail way.
Yeah.
Reflector 3.
And they're not terribly bad. Please don't try to put them together though.
Oh, you just smash them together like this.
Yeah, there was some issues of like them getting stuck and like
Pins and tabs.
yeah, pins and tabs like.
I'm
coming
assuming
apart.
this guy had a face at one point.
There was probably a sticker on it.
And he's
yeah.
still got a dick.
yeah, in the middle of his belly.
Yeah, well, I mean,
That's where yours is, right?
ask my wife about the bruises on her belly button.
You have terrible
will.
aim.
I'm just stupid.
Shit. This fucking episode, I swear to God.
And then I got this like
Cut.
Start over.
So had this as a kid, and it's still, or I don't know if you have it or if I have it. It's in a box somewhere.
Yeah.
But I found it cheap with the box.
Yes, the box.
Which I'll pass around.
Yep,
That's pretty
I remember
cool. Like
having
we
that
ever
also.
had the box.
Yeah, we never had the
Plastic
box.
free container.
So it's a triple changer.
Whoa.
And I should have found batteries for it, but
Giant robot, junior robot, Jeep.
So it'll walk.
You
They
say so.
put a face sticker on the bottom, so when he walks,
That's
you
the
can-
Junior.
which is just dumb. And then a Jeep, obviously.
Obviously.
Push
And
button
then-
for automatic eject robot head. To form junior robot, push down robot head to original position, fold backward. To form Jeep.
Wow. That's in great shape, though.
Use
Yeah.
two
Yeah,
Stickers are perfect.
headlight
dumb as
the
a
batteries.
only
shape.
sticker wear is just on the windshield, really.
It works forward and
then,
backward.
That is so
little face
stupid.
from
I
being
love
turned.
it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Toast is up.
So I assume that he walks because he looks brand new.
He walks
he's-
forward and backward.
Yeah.
That's what it says. That's cool. Yeah, I remember that now.
I wonder if they had to get the licensing from Chrysler or GM or whoever owned Jeep when this came out. AMC. 85? Probably AMC.
Is this a licensed Jeep? No, it's a future.
No,
No,
but
but
the
they
name-
used the name Jeep on here.
Yeah, you
And
can't do
it's-
that.
Yeah, you can't do that robot Jeep toy.
Straco?
RoboCop's going to arrest
Stray
you.
Cat.
Smart
Straco?
toy
Oh,
manufacturing
I just
company.
started watching that again the other day. RoboCop. Oh, man.
So good.
It's so good.
Dude, cool find.
Use 2 penlight
Dead or
batteries
Yeah, come back with me.
Oh, yeah.
or
it's not-
double A's.
I watched the movies that made this episode, and I'm like, I got to watch the movie now. And
Elgin knows.
That's all I have. Unless they
Okay,
grab something off
cool.
the shelf.
Well, I got some things
that's
too.
awesome. Yeah, I had that
That's
when I was
awesome.
a kid, and I loved it. It was
Yeah,
it's so
Our
dumb.
mom shopped at the same store. That's
Yeah.
cool.
There's
Yeah.
only like
Probably
one
came
store.
from Pomida.
They-
Pomida.
yeah.
Or Ben
Pomida or
Franklin.
Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my love affair with RID 2001 continues. I've got a few more to get for that line, and I've been eyeballing these 3 brothers for a long time. They have normal versions, but then in the cartoon they get powered up, and they have super versions, and it's just a recolored version of their original ones. But it's the car robot brothers from RID 2001. We got Sideburn here. He's red now instead of blue like he came. I actually have the blue one here for something else, but anyway. Yep, so he's red there. We got X-Brawn. He's got these kind of rally stripey things. He was just gray and green originally.
Any relation to LeBron?
And Prowl, who's this cool metallic blue now instead of white.
It looks like there's somebody screaming in this inside of the
It
vehicle.
does.
Like, let me out.
That's frightening. But yeah, I've been eyeballing these forever. They're really excited. I just wanted to find them loose. They were everywhere on card, and I'm like, I just want to play with them. And yep, found them all for a good deal over the last month or two, and really super excited to have those guys.
It's a Mercedes GLX.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's green and white.
This is a Viper.
Yep.
I learned things.
You use the Viper to vipe the windows.
Okay.
That's a police car.
I also been dabbling.
Blue.
It's blue.
It's a Diablo.
I have
Or Gahini. Diablo tractor.
I long for a time I wished I was a part of. That was the time of the official Transformers Collectors Club. It was a really cool club that happened back in the 90s and early 2000s that you paid your yearly fee, you got special made toys. And they'd also do special toys at BotCons, the big yearly thing. They'd have a convention toy and stuff. Usually they would repaint an old toy as a character that hadn't been put out yet. And back then, there were a ton. Nowadays, man, they're putting out just the rarest like prototype toys. They're just putting out everything nowadays, which is amazing. But back then, it was like, oh, what? There's a repaint of this person? Anyway, so this is Breakdown, who was one of the Stunticons that is a repaint of the classics Sideswipe and Sunstreaker mold.
Side wipe.
Yep. And he's a BotCon Collectors Club from, I wrote it down, from 2013. But yeah, I love this mold. I love the classics line, and it's cool to have this version of him. This one,
Nice super square head.
oh yeah, he's a
He's a combiner.
blockhead for sure. Yeah, so and so when they would repaint these, they'd also put a new head on a lot of these old toys. So it still made them new in a way. So this guy I've been coveting for a while because it's a BotCon or a Transformers Collectors Club version of an RID 2001 figure based on the classics Rodimus toy, but this is Sideburn in the Sideburn colors of this Rodimus toy, who would have been red and orange and stuff, and just got lucky one day and got him at a good or an okay price. You can see I brought the original one. So they gave this guy a new head, and the original character has one eye that's kind of not an eye on.
I mean, they're both robotic.
I know. As soon as I started saying it, I'm like, a human-like eye, one very messed up eye, and you can see just how the paint and stuff. They put the Autobot logo on his forearm and stuff the same. It's very similar and cool, but it was just a neat thing, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm still trying to. I got a good handful of the Collector Club toys. I'm just trying to get more and more. They're really fun, and I'm super stoked.
There was
to
a
have that
G.I. Joe
Sideburn.
Collectors Club too that only petered out like in the last 5 years, I think.
Dang! Did you were you ever
no.
in it? Be
No,
part of it?
I didn't really know about it.
There was
And
it was a Club Grayskull as well that they would do figures. I think it was more with the classics line they did, but yeah, it was
like the I know the
mid-
G.I. Joe
2000s.
at the Collectors Club, they did a release of like I'm not gonna remember his name. You remember in the cartoon movie there's the like there was like the Chuckles and Jinx and Tunnel Rat, and then the basketball player dude whose name I can never remember.
Double Dribble.
I don't know. Anyway,
should
like
be.
so the Collectors Club did that figure because it never got released in the main line. Every other character did back then from the movie, but that's the one that for some reason didn't get a figure, and so there's a lot of customs out there. But yeah, he got a figure from the Collectors Club eventually. I don't
That's
remember if it was O-ring or if it was 25th, but
In the Transformers Collectors Club, I think I sent you all a picture a while back, but they made a G.I. Joe character, Serpentor, out of a Transformer, so it was
Okay.
repainted and done in Serpentor's colors, and it's like
remember
$1 million fucking dollars now. You can't.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's like that old Scourge, that little white
Yeah.
triangle Scourge from the. It's like such a. Everybody has that toy, but not a green one and gold one. Anyway. These four are new, but they're also examples of our topic today, so we'll just kind of go into that. I was really excited to get this. They started doing these 2-packs. They like pick a moment in either the cartoon or in the IDW comics and just like scenes and stuff, and they're like, let's put a couple 2-packs together out of important scenes and things. And so this is the War Dawn 2-pack. It's got Ariel spelled a little different this time, but licensing and stuff. And then Dion. Pretty cool. This is what the toys look like on the back. They're just kind of and so even though I'm sad about not having the Transformers Club and having missed its window, Turnip pointed out to me the other day, is like Hasbro Pulse is kind of like the new version for us anyway.
Sure. Yeah.
Because they are putting out exclusives,
Yeah.
and it's a way to order things and get things, and so
Yeah. It's like Mattel Creations, I guess.
Mattel Creations,
sounds-
yep. So yeah, it's kind of like that. So at least
And you can pay for your premium membership and
yep, and get perks for it, like
Yeah.
these toys. We got a couple more 2-packs. This is the Humble Origins 2-pack with Senator Shockwave and Data Clerk Orion packs.
oh nice.
These are from the comic books. This is what their toys look like.
So
And-
Orion Pax is a pencil pusher.
He's the guy who is the guy before he turns into Optimus Prime.
Yeah, he's a pencil pusher.
And before I pass that on, here's this other 2-pack. This is the Rise of Tyranny 2-pack. Senator Ratbat and Minor Megatron.
Rat bastard.
Yep, and also from the comic books. And so, before we get into it, this one of the pros I think about windowless packaging for me is the it's more space for artwork.
Sure.
And these two packs are neat.
Oh yeah, they do a thing together.
Cool.
So together, yeah, they form an image together, and it's really cool. And
They did that with the movie He-Man, Skeletor and He-Man on the back of the card art. On the box, they did. You can put them together, and they're one full scene of them fighting.
yeah, it's cool.
But the front
right?
is still has plastic.
And then lastly, for what I got this week, again, more dumb nostalgia for Armada, but got the new Armada Optimus Prime, and he's a big bastard and really cool, and a lot like the Megatron from the last episode. This one, or the last one, not a lot of articulation, especially in the super mode. He just has like a tent pole legs that
His
don't.
legs didn't move at all.
And now they integrated the trailer even better, and he's got both modes, the little guy and the big. I can't wait to open them and really go to town. And his base mode and all
My
that.
only issue is like that whole color scheme is Ultra Magnus though.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yep. I think once you get it out, it'll be a lighter, prettier blue, probably. But
The vehicle mode doesn't fit though.
oh,
So.
that's pretty. I like when they do that.
I thought so.
Amazon did a. Oh man, I'm gonna blank on the. They did a capsule a year or so ago of like 5 toys that turned into this big giant scene that was really cool. Oh, the Wreckers is the set. And there were like 5 that went together with this big giant statue in the back. It was really cool. But
Sweet.
yeah, so that's what I got. Let's move to the. Yeah, so a couple years ago, Hasbro put out a big statement saying, "Hey, fuck that. We're done with plastic."
No more plastic.
And I get it, right? Like it's you
People
want to
got
be
mad.
environmentally conscious, and you want to try to make this world better, and
Sure.
and the plastic they were using was not great,
Yeah.
and it's I know we all think this too, but instantly I'm like, yeah, but you're selling plastic,
Yeah.
so it's just like,
Yeah.
but I guess it's less, but it's
It's throwaway plastic versus
yeah,
and it's recyclable, quote unquote.
than what they were using
Yeah.
on the fronts of these boxes
Yeah.
and stuff. And yeah, man, it stirred it up. People got all sorts of opinions. How'd you guys feel about it when it first come down the pipe?
The big thing, like they could have switched to a biodegradable plastic because it's a thing.
Mhm.
Which is
This is the future.
Spoiler alert.
yeah.
Yeah, so just this last April,
Yeah.
They were
March or
like-
April.
yeah, they were like, all right, we hear you.
Sorry.
Not just because, well, yeah, we told them with our wallets because that's the
Yeah.
only way to make noise is
Right.
sales were slipping, and they're like, all right, we're going to bring it back. We're going to bring back plastic, but we're going to make it biodegradable plastic. We're going to use it. I forgot the name of which kind of.
Timu plastic.
That's not it, but I know you're close enough to.
Tex-Mex plastic.
Nope. But yeah, so they are going to bring it back. But
Yeah, it's coming back starting 2020. Well, late this year.
yeah.
It's coming back late this year, probably for Christmas season. And then, yeah, they're going to continue on with.
Which industries need like a big company like Hasbro and that to like push using the biodegradable plastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Of course, Mattel continues to have plastic all over. In
Yeah, they
their
added
windows.
plastic.
They
We'll-
actually
we'll
have
take your plastic.
large more and more plastic. They're like, Hasbro's not using this. Let's use it.
So, pro
Just
tip,
all clear boxes. That's all. It's just
the best
they're like, we don't
yeah.
even want cardboard. Just
No.
all plastic.
The best way to get rid of that plastic is to do what Elgin does. He just throws it all in a pile in his back acre and he burns it.
I usually
Along
throw a
with
tire on top
yeah,
of it because
oh,
that starts
tires
it, and then some used oil.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And then later on in the night, it's like, all right, fireworks time. He throws all his old spray paint cans and shit on
Yeah.
there.
Sometimes some like junky bullets. I'm like,
Yeah.
these misfired, so I'll just throw them in there.
And you can write him at Elgin at cracktasticplastic.com. Does Mattel use the biodegradable plastic? Do you know?
I don't know because
What
they haven't
kind
told
is-
me specifically.
Oh, you didn't get the memo.
Yeah.
I know, but
The only two that so most of the stuff
guess
I have, I probably not. The only two boxes I have that are windowless are the two Mattel Creations exclusive ones I have. The Godlin figure and then the Vicron that I just bought last week. Those are the only two that I've seen so far that have been without plastic, like in their box that they've come out with. Everything else that they've been putting out, whether it's bubble packaging or the boxes, like for the Masterverse, have all had plastic on them in the front, so a window. Whether they're, I've never heard anything that they're like, oh, we're doing this. Maybe they like saw Hasbro and saw like their sales slipping, like, no, we don't need that.
environment's
Yeah, maybe.
fine.
And now they've
it's been
teamed
doing
up
good
with
so far.
Hasbro for some stuff, and
Yeah.
so they're just like, whatever.
But yeah, they never, whether they're going to go to it forward now, maybe, and maybe it's only Mattel Creations exclusives that they're doing that with, but so far, everything else that's been mainly like Origins and Masterverse has all had plastic windows or bubble.
I mean, the big deal is that kids don't care. I didn't. It was
Sure.
never even on my radar as a kid because, like,
That's
as
why
a
I
kid,
can't
it was
give Transformers as presents to
it was
small children.
Well, it was different for me, like, because you guys got a lot of Transformers growing up, and when you were kids, Transformers had windows. And the Motu stuff, the vehicles I did.
All the vehicles had windows. They had a big box window like Road Ripper or something,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Panther. And
So all of that stuff growing up was when, and the G.I. Joe stuff was not. Like, it was, I mean, that's just
except for
what-
like carded figures.
Yeah, the carded figures, yeah, but like all the vehicles, I borrowed this Mobat box from Jeremy, but I mean, this is what vehicles came in when I was a kid. There was maybe a window for, oops, there goes my microphone. Like, this is very much like what the boxes looked like when I was a kid for vehicles that came with most drivers. They had the window, they had the little window, but as far as like the vehicle was concerned, no, there was no window, and it never occurred to me to care about it. And so as an adult,
Picture was good enough.
yeah, I mean, as an adult, like, first of all, I don't collect really anything new. I don't collect classifieds. I don't collect Transformers. I have a couple. I don't have any classifieds. But so, like, to me, I don't really care. Like, I think
You didn't feel affected by it in any
and
way.
I'm not affected by it. I really like what you said. There's way more room for artwork and for people who display like unopened stuff. I mean, the artwork's awesome, but they also want to be able to see the figures. So I don't know.
The only like non-window stuff for vintage Motu stuff was Castle Grayskull, Snake Mountain, Fright Zone. Those all came in boxes, just like
Because
that.
they were too big
Like
to...
like that Castle Grayskull over there on the shelf. It's
Yeah.
the same thing. It was just a full box with art.
Yeah.
But most of the other vehicles did come with some sort of window. But yeah, the play sets always were a full artwork box, which was cool because it looked like it's this nice, artwork of it.
Yeah. I get the complaints though, like well, what you were saying something earlier about windows but with no plastic.
Yeah. Which I think Hasbro didn't do a good job for most of those. I know, like, the Expedia, Velocitron Expedia 5000, whatever the hell,
Oh, that line.
which is the worst name for...
Yeah, it's like a copier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like my printer at work.
Vroom, vroom.
So, like, most of the vehicles, like, that would come in a vehicle mode, like, there was just, like, an angled piece of cardboard at the bottom. So you'd go to, like, if you put it back, like, it would just, like, slide out the window.
Once you take it out,
Once you take it out.
all
and,
the
like,
strings and whatnot.
so I like putting them, take them out and play with them and then put them back in the boxes.
Sure.
Even though it looks like you're a loose collector, you also are a in-box
Well, the
collector.
newer stuff, I mean, those I all got with... I mean, I have boxes for a lot of that stuff, but...
There's stuff down on this shelf that you
Yeah.
can't really see.
If you can
Yeah.
and it looks good, you like putting it back in
Yeah.
a box.
Sure.
If I had more room,
Yeah.
you would see them. But
Yeah, for me, I don't. I was like, yay, good for you, Hasbro. I'm like, the environment, that's important.
Same.
That's what I hear. It's important, and I'm supposed to say that. And no, I believe
That's what
that.
the tweets tell me.
And I was like, that's awesome, and that's great. And I'm like, and then anything that pisses off people on Twitter, I'm all for that. And man, people were pissed.
Oh yeah.
Which just made me like talk about my love of windowless packaging even more.
So
But
whenever I'd buy a windowless box, I would just get extra plastic bags
Right.
to
Yeah.
make up for it.
Well, and
Keep
it's
it-
actually proven. It's a scientifical fact that if you argue on the internet, your dick gets bigger.
yeah, oh, that's one that explains why yours is so big.
Yeah.
But
I don't think it ever bothered me that there's plastic windowless. I keep all my boxes, especially if there's artwork.
You're
on
an
them.
opener, though.
and I open pretty much everything.
So, like, for people that don't open
Yeah. I
and they
think it
want to
might
be
be
able to see the
different.
figure, like, they're not going to buy a thing that you can't
Sure.
see the figure.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the first time that I realized maybe I don't like it is when there's a no window and then a toy with a window. I'd be like, I'd grab, and there's more than one. You do your own self QC.
Sure.
If you have more than one, you're like, well, maybe the paint apps are just a little better on
Yeah.
this one than this one.
That's a
Or
big
this
thing.
one.
That's a big thing with Hot Wheels collectors.
And
like
that's fun as hell too, as
Yeah.
a
Eddie,
thrill of the hunter.
Well, Transformers
will-
are pretty notorious for having like not
Yeah,
consistent
you never-
Yeah.
paint apps.
And Eddie, our buddy Eddie, he'll go hunting for Hot Wheels and he'll find one like that he needs for his collection. But if the graphic or whatever they call it, tampo,
Yeah.
like if the tampo
Fine.
on it is off center or just a little weird or whatever, he'll put it back, even if it's one that he really needs. He's like, nope, the tampo's wrong. I'm gonna wait until I get a good one. And if you couldn't see that, then you don't know.
I know, and I didn't realize how much I did that, and I love doing that, getting that like final say in what you're buying. And sure, like if you don't get to do that without the window, then you don't know, so you're not
Yeah.
missing anything. You're not missing that
If
experience because you
if
just
were
don't
never gonna
know.
open it in the first place.
Well, that was like me with this with my one of my Stinger
Oh yeah,
my Stinger Jeeps from the retro one. Like I was not going to open one. I was going to open one and leave one sealed, and the first one that I opened was missing the steering wheel. So I was like, well, crap, now I need to open the other one, see if it's complete. And if I had opened the other one first, then I never would have opened that one. I never would have known it was missing a piece. And so you can't see inside. If there's a piece missing, you have an incomplete thing. But you don't know that, but it's nice to be able to know that. So, like, you can, yeah.
Schrodinger's toy
Yeah. It was complete until it wasn't.
until it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So I get both sides of that
Totally,
argument.
totally.
But as an opener for the most part, like Hasbro was really good about making things right because like I sent them a message and say, hey, I mean, and it was months and months after. It's like, hey, I finally opened one of my Stingers and it's missing the steering wheel. And they said, all right, well, send us this blah, 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 and whatever numbers and yada, yada, yada. And they, all right. And they sent me a whole new one. Like I was expecting maybe like a gift certificate or some other toy. And
Yeah.
they sent me a whole new Stinger that I haven't opened.
So does it have a steering
Does it
wheel?
have a
I don't know. I sold the one that was missing the steering wheel.
Oh, did you just put the tape back on it? And you're like,
No, I told him
"What's
like
that
it was
about?"
open. I said, it's open. It's missing the steering wheel. It's $50 shipped. And it was sold within like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
So
So it's yeah, you don't know you missed something until it's gone, and then so it's good to hear that. I mean, it's too bad that Hasbro had to lose money to take this chance to do this good thing, but at least I'm excited. I didn't even know I'd be excited that Windows would come back.
yeah, I don't really know if there's a whole lot of people that would say I don't like Windows. Like
Yeah.
I can see like why this is cool.
Yep.
I think it's cool. And I
Mhm.
look at that on a shelf and I think, man, that's really cool. And I look at the back of it to see what the toy looks like, but the actual toy, if I'm not going to take it out, like I don't get to see that. And so
I'll tell you another thing, though, that I think is cool is I think I noticed it in just in the last couple of years once they announced that is that inside the box is changing, too. We're not getting ridiculous metal
stupid-
and ties and plastic ties. They're really changing how they package toys in there.
Like the worst one is the plastic insert that is like molded around the figures, and then you basically have to destroy it to get the figure and the accessories out.
Yeah, they're
Those are my favorite.
Because
the
they're
snug-
they're-
he likes
Because
the
when you go
snugs.
to put them back, they fit exactly.
Yeah. And they're probably
If you
supposed
don't completely destroy it trying to get it out.
And that's pretty much all Mattel Masterverses. They use the plastic insert like that,
Yeah.
and they use plastic ties to tie the figure into it. And
Yeah, there's almost no plastic ties anymore. They do this amazing origami of cardboard to make your toy sit in there sturdy and good, and it's just cardboard that can be recycled. And if they do have to use ties, they're not plastic anymore. They're
Or burned.
paper.
It can be burned too.
Yeah, we heard that. No, but all the ties are kind of a paper now that you can just cut off and is recyclable. So even inside the box is getting better, I think.
it'd be nice if Mattel did that because it's annoying to cut plastic
Oh,
ties.
yeah,
When I open all my stuff,
it's
and then
super
throw away the
convenient
plastic.
now.
Got a special pair of clippers just
Yeah,
for that.
I probably should.
And inside most of the Transformers nowadays, instead of these molded weapons and things molded into these plastic shells, they just wrap them up in some tissue paper and tape them inside, and it's just easy and
But then if
convenient.
something's missing,
I mean, I've never seen that yet, but yeah, it's just handy, and I
Yeah.
feel like progress was still happening inside.
that's what
the
they
box.
did with all the retro stuff, like the retro figure sets, the O-ring ones, like the Snake Eyes Storm Shadow and all those. They came on card with the weapons that they originally came with when they were new, or when they were vintage, whatever. And then like extra weapons were all wrapped in a little in tissue paper and stuffed in an extra box that was inside the packaging. And yeah, the tissue paper thing. So I mean, I have, because it's all extra stuff, I have no way of knowing what's supposed to be in there.
Yeah, I just feel like it's good to see. I feel like we're seeing the change every year, so it's pretty cool.
Mattel is still like in their wrestlers, like the WWE superstars. They're still using a plastic bag that they've put all the weapons in and sealed them, taped, and then tape that to the inside of the plastic shell of the bubble. So
They're trying to add to the island in the ocean.
they are. They're like Hasbro is messing up. They need to. We're taking the slack from all the Hasbro stuff. So,
Yeah, they need to start pumping all this stuff
but
out.
they're
and
all
then
they're all
burning it.
plastic bubble carded figures with plastic bags full of accessories taped to the figure,
think
and then
that
they're
they-
all plastic things. So
I think possibly they're assuming,
annoying.
and maybe rightly so, that a lot of people are never going to open these things.
maybe because you could hang them because
Yeah.
they're display. I've seen a lot of people hang
Yeah.
just like they did with the wrestling figures back in the 80s. You can keep those all on card.
Spooky's going to do a live unboxing for our entertainment.
Well, so this is one of the boxes he was just talking about.
Oh, with the
So
origami
you see,
Tetris
there's,
package.
there's a window now,
Yeah.
but no plastic, so you can
Which this
still.
one's better in that there's actually like something that's holding it in.
But you can still reach in there and take his head off in the
You
store.
could.
if you're
But
a
see
dick.
the QC of the paint, at least you can get a little bit. Yeah, look at this.
So it's held in,
Just gravity. Look, there's no
and then you got the weapons.
Yeah, that's awesome, and then it just comes out the front.
no
right?
ties, Elgin. No.
Hey, this is
plastic.
Mattel, not. I mean,
Oh, you're not in
I'm
the
not.
packaging department.
Yeah, I don't work for Mattel yet.
Look at that. Just held in by cardboard, recyclable cardboard.
And so that's not bad as far as like putting them back in if you want to display them, because it actually it holds them
Sandwich.
pretty well.
Yeah, you think about like that Kingdom Blaster in that big box. You take him out and then he like sits down here and you can barely see his head poking out the
Sure.
box when he's. Yeah, so it's I think good things are happening. You can
If I'm missing a piece, I'm gonna kick your ass.
right. They've never missed one piece yet, and now
I
it'll
have.
be this one.
Hmm.
You sure the cat didn't just jump up and take that steering wheel?
Maybe if he hadn't been already dead.
Oh. Why do you always
Thanks
have
a
to
lot.
do that? This cat's
brought
not
it
dead.
up.
Cat's not even dead. He's just
He doesn't
trying to
he
make
doesn't know the cat.
Yeah, they're both dead.
Oh.
Jeremy has a bald cat. I petted it tonight. It was weird.
Gross.
Mr.
Is
Bigglesworth.
that code?
Yeah.
That's not
No,
code?
no.
Okay.
He just has one of those hairless cats that they don't even have whiskers. I didn't know they didn't have whiskers.
What?
Yeah, no, they don't have whiskers. It's weird.
How do they sense their
They don't.
environment around them?
They don't. He said the cat gets his head stuck in stuff. Or like
Why
can't get
why
in.
not just get a rat instead?
I think
like-
it is.
Oh,
It might be. It's the same
it's a
thing.
sewer rat.
So that's plastic-free packaging, folks. The goods, the bads.
I open everything, so I don't really care. I guess.
Hey,
Final thought.
I open
Yeah.
everything too.
Yeah.
final thought.
And do you care?
You understand.
I don't. Yeah, final thought. I don't super care about whether they have windows or not.
Right, you don't even buy new
'Cause
stuff
I don't-
anyway.
I don't buy any of that stuff, so it doesn't matter to me.
I think the change came from a good place. It got ugly, and
Yeah.
it's getting to a better
Yeah.
place.
We'll see
Yeah,
if
I
Mattel
think.
does something.
Yeah, I
Either
hope-
use biodegradable plastic or something. I don't know.
I hope all the companies can
write them a
do something
letter
good.
in all caps.
Strongly worded
Yeah.
letter.
Yeah,
All
on my
right.
typewriter.
Well, let's take a quick break. We're going to tell you all about our podcast network, the PFPN. Over 30 podcasts, all on one cool website, thepfpn.com. Check it out.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
All right, we are back. It is time for Elgin to take us on a store tour.
All right, today's store is called Toy Nexus. It's at 18 West Beloit Street in Darien, Wisconsin. If you don't know where that is, if you make an X by drawing a line from Madison, Wisconsin to Chicago, Illinois, and another line from Milwaukee, Wisconsin to Rockford, Illinois, Darien will be roughly in the middle of that X.
Is that your explanation, or is it the Toys website?
That's mine. I had to look
Oh,
up where
yeah,
it was at because I'm like, where is this town? And then I saw
You're
the
good with maps.
then I saw the surrounding area. So yeah, it's literally like if you do an X from those cities that I named earlier, it's right there in the middle. X marks the spot. This was recommended from a comment on the last podcast episode, so check that out
From a YouTuber.
from my YouTuber, not a potato. There's a selection of yeah, thank you. Selection of comics, Motu, G.I. Joe, Lego, Marvel, DC, Funko Pop, Hot Wheels, etc.
That's all stuff we love.
I didn't see any Transformers, so
Oh,
you guys can
boo.
stay in the van. And
Fine.
Corey and I will go on and look
All
around.
kinds of adult toys.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's next door at
Oh,
the Lion's Den.
okay.
That was Toy Nexus at 18 West Beloit Street in Darien, Wisconsin.
Let's go. But also, let's go over to Corey with Talking Toys.
Well, hello,
Hey.
everybody. If this is your first time tuning in, this is Talking Toys with Corey County. There's a little bit of response to this.
A little bit.
Turnip, he's all like, oh, the main issue with the window, I'm talking exactly like him right now. The main issue with windowless packaging is that it prevents you from doing your own quality control check prior to purchase. We already said that, Turnip.
It's true.
But he said it first. You probably got the idea from him. Additionally, you've got no way to verify that the figure pictured is actually in the box. That's true. There might be nothing in there.
You don't know.
Could just be a brick.
Fraudulent returns are already an issue in the Transformers community where people swap out a figure they want with one they don't and return it to the store for a refund. I have seen that happen.
Even with
Epidemic.
Even with
Window,
Windows,
like the Motu
they don't
stuff
look.
is
They
swapped
just
out.
they scan it and
Yeah.
they put it back on the shelf.
There's so many pictures of Motu with
the
window
wrong
packaging
shit.
with the wrong
Yeah.
stuff in.
Um,
Target.
Maddening.
Ken Tomlin, he says, I honestly can't say it mattered. I honestly can say it mattered very little for me. I only collect one toy line, and I never just pick up and buy something randomly. That being said, had I been able to see Classified Falcon's horrendous head sculpt, I might have never bought him. The one thing the windowless packaging did make me do was open up all my classifieds. I still don't know if that was a positive or a negative thing.
It is. It's
It's
positive.
good.
Chad Foster, he says, personally hate it, but I understand why it's being done. Makes me want to purchase two, one to open and one to keep sealed.
And one just in case.
Yeah. Abe Kirshner, Abe Kirshner, he says, Abe over here at Brett and Tony with Ash and Abe, I was literally just bitching about this to myself the other day. I hate it so much, partly because I feel so conflicted about it. Single-use plastic is a waste and horrible for the environment, but you can't even see what you're buying. Sure, I can look at pictures or watch unboxing videos all day, but that doesn't do the figure justice. It is a continuous choice, but inconvenient as hell.
True.
Yes.
Yeah. Over on the Instantgram, we have a Grumpy Beard _collector. He
Spooty?
says, the only thing it changed for me was the condition of the boxes. I've seen very few Transformers / Star Wars or G.I. Joe boxes that aren't damaged in the wild. Did I mention how awesome it is to have other people's children's fingerprints all over my all over my plastic-free plastic? And then Collectobot, what do you turn into, Collectobot?
Broke.
Yeah, I stopped buying G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Star Wars. I'm a box collector mostly. No plastic window equals no thanks. And then over here, a bunch of our exes had to chime in again. That's Twitter. It's called Twitter. It's called Twitter. I don't mind it at all. Gives more room for the art to be front and center. I like doing cover / box art, so I'm biased. That is from Springer Sword.
Oh, yeah.
At Springer Sword.
Transformer. Okay.
And then Mike Siebert says, the Mike Siebert Radio podcast, he says, I haven't not picked up a toy because of windowless boxes, but I don't like them. I like packaging that shows off both the artwork and the toy itself, like classic G.I. Joe or Star Wars. But I will say that I actually open and play with toys more that come in windowless boxes. And then finally, Ashnod Dawnbringer. No, but I'm mostly a Transformers guy, so sealed box isn't a crazy new thing for me. Also, I buy everything direct from the supplier due to how bad Walmart and Target are with every stocking product, or with even stocking products. So I don't worry about swaps. If it happens, it was accident. Cartoon D&D. I don't know what that means.
There was the D&D figures that came out that were in windowless packaging, and some of them got swapped. Like there's QC issues where the wrong thing was in it.
A little bit happened to that with a little bit of that happened with the HasLab Sky Striker because it came with so many figures. There were a few of very, very minute, teeny tiny, itty bitty little portion of the community, yet very, very vocal, that got the wrong
Usually.
figures or missing a couple figures or doubles and then missing or whatever, and so some QC issues there. But as far as I know, Hasbro made it right with all of them. Because when they do stuff like that, when they do runs like that for a HasLab project, they make a bunch of extra so that if there's a mistake or damage or whatever, they'll send you another one.
I just saw a picture a couple days ago of that Armada Prime there. Had two left hands, two left fists, just those things.
Right. Yeah, and
It happens.
Yeah, you don't want two left hands because then you don't have.
Yeah, we didn't even get into
'Cause it's
this
not right.
to the swap skis. Have you guys had any of that personally?
No,
Thank
I've
goodness.
seen it on the shelves,
Yeah,
but I don't collect any of that stuff. So
I want to take it up there and be like, "This is wrong."
yeah, I mean, I've seen
I'll let
like
someone else do.
WWE figures in a classified box and stuff like that. Like
Yep.
someone, yeah, just
You make money that way.
yeah,
$10, $25.
yeah, yeah. So,
People suck.
hmm
Yep.
anyway, that's
Tough.
all from the X world and the Twitterverse and the Twitx.
Twix.
Twix.
Dumpster
That's what.
fire.
That's all from the dumpster fire and the Instagrams morning breakfast.
But to reference last episode, that's why pre-ordering, when you order toys, you just normally don't have to mess
Yeah,
with
sure.
any of that. But good one, guys. Good one. Well, before we go today, definitely want to remind everyone one more time that if you like the show and you want to help support the show, tell a friend. You have those. We know you do.
Yeah, come out of your basement and go find a friend.
And
Stop dusting your figures.
And if you don't want to, I get it. But head over to patreon.com/cracktasticplastic. Give us a little quiche, and we'll give you a little fun in your
Quiche?
inbox. Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's
I
a cool
love quiche.
way of saying cash.
I'm not really a big fan.
Of cash?
Quiche.
It's egg casserole.
Yeah, it's delicious. Low carb. It's
Gross.
one of the perks, though, for you patrons is getting your names set on the show, and we like to do that now. We got Tony Miller,
Tony.
Chris Turnip Simmons,
Tony.
Peter Glinsman, and Alex LaForest. I didn't want to do it every time. I was like,
Oh.
what's he doing?
Tony.
Uh-huh.
Tony.
And not Jake Book.
No, not that
Every
guy.
time you read Alex LaForest's name, it reminds me of that scene from Mallrats where Jay Muse is explaining to people who LaForce is. Do you know who LaForce is?
All right. That's it. We're going to go
Watch Mallrats.
watch Mallrats
I need
now.
to do that.
I love that movie so much.
It's probably my favorite of the
Yeah.
USQ universe.
Thanks, everybody, for watching and listening. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Later.
Over and out.
Thank you for listening to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. But not so fast, my foul fiends. Don't forget to follow these fools on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And visit cracktasticplastic.com. I'll be back.
Oh, hello. Still listening? Well, if you want a little bit more, maybe a little bit extra, here's a tip. There's a little bit of that bonus material you keep hearing about. Check out patreon.com/cracktasticplastic.